All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about the master hormone for male health, testosterone. You can think of it as the engine behind your energy, your strength, and your vitality. And really, understanding how it works, well, that's the first step to truly taking control of your own health and performance.
So, let me ask you, ever feel like you're just running on empty? Or maybe that competitive edge you used to have just isn't quite there anymore? If that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place. We're about to break down exactly what's influencing this crucial hormone and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
So what is it really? Well, at its core, testosterone is a steroid hormone that pretty much dictates all the key male characteristics. It's the architect that builds your muscle and bone, it's the engine for your sex drive, and it's a huge regulator of your day-to-day energy, even your mood.
Okay, so first up, what does testosterone actually do? I mean, it's so easy to just think of it as the muscle-building hormone, but its job in your body is way, way bigger than that. It's truly fundamental.
Now here's something really important to get. Your levels don't stay sky-high forever. After you peak, right around age 30, a gradual decline of about 1 to 2% a year is totally normal. I mean, that's a natural part of aging. What's not normal, though, is a steep premature drop. So, what's causing that premature decline? In this next section, we're going to pull back the curtain on the common lifestyle factors that are actively sabotaging your body's hormone production. And we're starting with the invisible enemy, chronic stress.
I want you to picture a hormonal seesaw, okay? On one end, you've got cortisol. That's your stress hormone. And on the other end, you've got testosterone. When chronic stress keeps that cortisol side way up in the air, it physically pushes the testosterone side down. They're in direct opposition. It's a zero-sum game.
Okay, listen up, because this one is absolutely non-negotiable. Your body's main testosterone production shift, it happens during the deep stages of sleep. So if you're consistently cutting your sleep short, it's literally like shutting down the factory right before the most important part of the assembly line kicks in.
And the impact? It's staggering, really. Get this. Studies show that limiting sleep to just 5 hours a night for a single week can slash testosterone levels in healthy young men by a whopping 15%. Just think about that for a second. That's the hormonal damage of just one bad week of sleep.
And you know, the list just keeps going. Excess body fat, especially around the belly, is a major, major culprit. Why? Because that fat tissue isn't just sitting there. It actually contains an enzyme called aromatase. And what it does is it actively converts your precious testosterone into estrogen. Now, you add in a high-sugar diet, frequent alcohol, and just not moving enough, and you've basically created the perfect storm to crush your hormone levels. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Not at all. Now that we know what's hurting testosterone, we can really focus on what helps it. So let's talk about building a powerful natural foundation. We're going to cover the two main pillars, how you move and what you eat.
When it comes to your workouts, you have to know that not all exercise is created equal for hormone production. The most powerful stimulus you can create comes from heavy resistance training. Yeah, we're talking about those big compound movements, squats, deadlifts, presses. That combination of lifting heavy and then adding in some short explosive sprints, that's what creates the exact hormonal response we're looking for. It's simple, right? You can't build a house without bricks, and you can't produce hormones without the right raw materials. Healthy fats are absolutely critical because cholesterol is the literal physical building block for testosterone. And then you have key minerals like zinc and magnesium. They're like the essential workers on the production line, making sure everything runs smoothly.
But beyond those basic raw materials, there's one nutrient that's so powerful, so important, that science is actually starting to reclassify it completely.
And this is a really fascinating shift in thinking. Researchers are now arguing we should just call it hormone D because it basically functions just like a steroid hormone. It has these docking stations, these receptors, in cells all over your body, including in the testes, which makes its role in male health just absolutely critical.
And the data on this? It's crystal clear. I mean, study after study shows the same thing. Men who have sufficient vitamin D levels have significantly higher testosterone than men who are deficient. The connection is it's undeniable.
All right, so you've dialed in your sleep, you're lifting heavy, and you're eating all the right things. Awesome. But what if? What if that's still not enough? This next section is all about understanding that line between natural optimization and when it's time to bring in professional medical help.
Okay, let's be really clear about supplements. They are not magic pills. Think of them as tools to fix specific, confirmed deficiencies after your lifestyle foundation is rock solid. And the science? It's strongest for those three we already talked about: vitamin D, zinc, and magnesium. But always talk to a pro before you start anything.
But this brings up a really critical question. What happens if all the lifestyle changes in the world just aren't moving the needle? For some men, the reality is that no amount of diet and exercise is going to fix an underlying medical condition that's causing clinically low testosterone. That condition is called hypogonadism.
So if you're experiencing a persistent mix of these symptoms, like chronic fatigue you just can't explain, a constantly low sex drive, losing muscle even though you're training hard, or even serious mood swings and brain fog, it's time to stop guessing and get a blood test. These are major red flags that go beyond just needing a better lifestyle. They could point to a real medical issue that needs a doctor's diagnosis.
Now, when a doctor does diagnose hypogonadism, the main treatment is something called testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. And look, it can be an absolutely life-changing medical treatment for the right person, but it is so crucial to understand that it is a serious medical intervention, not some kind of lifestyle enhancement or biohack.
You see, in the rush to find a quick fix, a lot of people overlook that starting TRT is often a lifelong commitment. And it comes with a really significant, often completely overlooked trade-off that goes way beyond just picking up a prescription.
And here it is. This is the crucial trade-off. When your body starts getting testosterone from an outside source, like an injection or a gel, it says, okay, I don't need to make this anymore. And it shuts down its own production. And because that exact same internal system also drives sperm production, your fertility can effectively drop to zero.
And this is not some temporary switch you can just flick back on whenever you want. Trying to restart your body's own natural system after you stop TRT, it's a long, really difficult process. It can take years, and for some guys, full function just never comes back. This is a massive consideration, especially if you ever plan on having children down the line.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. Are you trying to build a strong, resilient foundation for your long-term health, or are you just searching for a quick fix? Because optimizing your hormones naturally is all about building that foundation. So before you look for shortcuts, maybe the most powerful question you can ask yourself is, have I truly given my body everything it needs to thrive on its own?